All right, and we're live, at least in theory. So, like pop open good old.
Let's see. YouTube says excellent connection. I assume we'll hear from David Myers if he can hear us. And I'll post into the live now.
How come you're wearing a mask in the thumbnail for or the cartoon caricature of you? He's wearing a mask in the.
Oh, it's like the character, the superhero character wears like a mask. It's like a ninja mask.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no deeper reason. Just like, oh, I'm reviewing this thing with this character in it, so it's me dressed as the character.
I would have just assumed that it was like another horribly smelly comic. Someone was saying that the fart comic, the Harley Quinn fart fetish comic, actually has a smell.
Yes.
That's
they
like
printed it with a scratch and sniff.
That's like actually fucking horrific.
Yeah, I know, right? That's going beyond just an April Fool's joke. Hey, Gabe, welcome to chat.
Oh, is that their cope? They're like, oh, it was April Fool's.
Yes.
Haha.
It's April Fool's, but we actually did make it.
Oh,
and
no.
spent money on it. Oh, is it no worky?
No, I just sized it before I hit full screen, so now it's going to be like, voop.
Well,
So
that's
now,
okay.
now we're
going to
be... Yeah, we're
Dave
turbo
Myers
zoomed in on the corner.
Let us know that he can hear us. Sound check is complete.
Okay, just going over here. Don't mind the submarine. Oh, we're gonna have to do the submarine mission. Oh, got it. This game is insane. There was this guy who like has a James Bond channel, and he was doing like a review of this game. Guy's completely out of his mind. He's like, oh my god, I was really excited. There was a driving mission. It's like, who are you? Who thinks that way? Who is excited for the driving missions?
Hey, it's Free Comment. Welcome to chat.
Hey. Oh no, this is not working.
Gabe says if that's true, then the comic racks with books on them will be polluted. Well, I think they were like in plastic or whatever. I don't.
You like hope that?
David sent me the comic. I just don't want to open it.
Is it in plastic?
Yeah. Well, it's in like a. It's in the box still. I just.
Love me quietly, do it with intensity.
Knowing DC, plastic wouldn't stop it.
Do you know plastic is semi-permeable, so if smell does go through plastic?
Yes.
Isn't that crazy? It's just like, there's just air that goes through plastic. Fucking garbage material.
Yeah. Well, plastic is plastic. David says it's an official release that is what stuck with me. Yeah.
Tear it down. James Bond is just one of those, like, it's one of those ruined IPs that people just don't care that much about getting ruined. But man, it was so cool once upon a time. Is that like soft? Why is it all?
Did it no worky?
Oh, okay.
By the way, guys, we're still using the same emulator, I believe. It's nice that they made video games for James Bond, and the video games are actually good.
Did it crash? It's thinking about it.
It's usually not the case with video games based on movies that they'll actually be good, you know?
Yeah. And I remember X-Play was like talking crazy shit about video game, like movie tie-in video games. And I had no idea what they were talking about because I was like, what are
You were spoiled by James Bond.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean they're not good? Like, GoldenEye was good. No, don't do that. Alright, just, you know what? Just crash. Just crash. You don't want to behave? Crash. Crash.
Bad
Do it.
emulator.
Do it. Crash. Crash, I dare you. Here, look at a pretty picture while
I'm
this
letting
is...
you crash.
Crash. Oh my god.
Why don't you, do that. Oh, Free Comment says, I also enjoyed the Raimi Spider-Man games. Yeah, I did hear
Yeah,
the
right?
Spider-Man 2 game was, like, super good.
I gotta make Trisha play the... I downloaded it. I gotta make her play the Spider-Man game. I don't know, should I make Trisha start with, like, the N64 one? I was watching someone play it, and they were like, oh man, this part gave me, like, trauma as a kid. And I was like, what's traumatizing about this? And then he gets to the part, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, immediately felt this, like, physical reaction of this, like, anxiety. Okay. Game capture. Dolphin. Game capture. Doll. Fin.
Free Comment says, I played the first one a lot on the GameCube, and the Bruce Campbell narrator was great.
Yeah, for the tutorial and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
So is this just deciding not to work now? Yeah. Yeah.
I guess you could do window capture, right?
I forgot to start Rumble, but it doesn't matter. I think I have to restart the OBS.
Really?
Yeah, it'll just randomly decide it doesn't want to work, right? I could try window capture, but... Oh, okay. Game capture has decided to be broken, and so we have window capture.
Woo!
Fine. Alright, so I'll start Rumble then. Alright. And...
Rumble fans.
Yeah, the Spider-Man games are super sick. So it was like... I remember seeing that on X-Plane being like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was like, what? Because I couldn't think of a... Because I guess I just didn't buy shitty games, but like, I couldn't think of a bad movie tie-in game. And then they're like this Marvel slop. And I was like, what? What even is that game? Who would buy that? Man, I remember there was this like super...
Your Free Comment saying, I watched Burn Notice, and I was like, this guy sounds familiar somehow.
I didn't realize it was the same guy until, I don't know, it was like...
It's such a unique character in Burn Notice to, like, other characters he's played.
Yeah, because... You know what I think it was... Well, because I played the Spider-Man game, forgot about it, then I got into Evil Dead, because I had, like, metalhead friends, and they like horror stuff, right? Don't love me quietly, do it with intensity. Default, what's default?
And Gabe was saying, for every Spider-Man game that's good, we got something like the PS2 Rocky game. Remember that one being glitchy.
Yeah, I mean...
I've never even seen the Rocky movies, gotta be honest.
So something crazy... Snowguard, yeah. Do I have to load in bots to play? Okay. Dominique. Alright. I just wanted to look at this for a second. I remember back a million years ago thinking that this map was familiar when I first started playing the game. And that is... Oh god, this control scheme. That is because... Holy shit, am I really moving this slow? How do you jump? Can you jump? A is Oh yeah, silencer, perfect. Okay. Man. Totally fucked. The I can't even. No, it's not GoldenEye, right? Is it Nightfire? Is the good one? Yeah. Okay, cool. This map is in the N64 The World Is Not Enough. A movie which... Oh, there's no gadgets, huh? No grappling hook. But yeah, no, I don't know, random fact. I feel like we didn't really, like, explore this map last time we stuck this on, but there's a bunch of stuff to it. Yeah, I can jump now, okay. There's a bunch of stuff to it I just wanted to point out. So, like, you know, you go in, and then there's a bar here where, you know, there's that, right? So then you could be waiting here for your brother, and then just, like, you know, and then if he hits you, you just, like, go over and pick up the thing. Although a lot of playing against my brother happened to be, he would just use the guided missile as much as humanly possible. Oh yeah, there's like a grappling hook thing here. So there's, I don't have it on, but you can pull out a grappling hook and then come up to these hook things.
Right, yeah.
Oh man, what a weird way to go up to the top is up this way. This is specifically used for people trying to sneak up on someone who's got the missile launcher on the roof. But normally the way you'd go up, I think just like everyone who goes this way is in this door and then up the stairs. And then on one side is the roof where you go and like... Oh no, that's not true. I'm incorrect. It was the other side that has the... you can get on the sky rail. Yeah, thing.
Yeah.
So
Gabe says, I still need to continue my watch through of the James Bond films. I stopped with Thunderball.
Oh, we just finished GoldenEye, which is the one that, or Goldfinger, that comes before Thunderball. Because at the end of the movie, it goes like, James Bond will return in Thunderball.
Yeah, the two ones we watched recently was The World Is Not Enough and Goldfinger.
So this was another sneaky thing you could do, is you could jump from this like diagonally, and then you could get here. And the reason you'd have to have multiple ways of getting on the roof is because the roof has the most bullshit weapons. So, for instance, my brother's favorite is the guided Sentinel rocket launcher, which you can imagine is quite a difficult thing to
Yeah, right.
deal with as a little brother. Or the unguided one, you can shoot the rockets like, you know. So, you actually get on the roof. You know, it's just total. Oh, that was the other. I just instinctively I went to the spot. I didn't even think about it, but so you go here, and then you go here, and then go. You have a better spot though, right? But so they're you gotta steer it inside and then get them, right?
Right.
Oh fuck! I'm washed. I'm completely washed.
Freakama has a pretty cute story. He says, I used to play Smash Melee with my sister, and she would ask why our characters can't be friends instead of fighting.
Oh.
She got really into Animal Crossing.
Oh.
That's cute.
Alright. Yeah, I think I got really good at driving the rockets. Where I would... Oh yeah, that window. Oh, now I remember what I'd do to my brother. I'd like... He would... Yeah. Yeah, so there's little stuff like this where you can like... What? You know? Yeah, there's so much... God, so many...
And Gabe says, imagine if this had online. Yeah. We gotta get the seamless pull-up guys to work on an online version of this.
So it's easy enough if you like trust someone, you could just have them hook up to your computer with Parsec. With strangers, obviously, it's a lot more difficult, but
Right.
But yeah, you could just get an angle to hook in there with the grappling hook, and then you'd zip up to those spots. In fact, let me Of course, after I beat my brother enough times, he was just okay. It's Arena, Skyrail, Snowguard, and then is it this one? Now you can turn off headshots, huh? That's professional mode. You can carry one pistol and one larger weapon. What? Insane. Who plays like that? Especially because there's no drop weapon button. As far as I know, anyway. Okay, grapple on. Yeah, my brother would use the mini vehicles like crazy. I gotta unlock that, that's right. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Now, let me show you some... Let me just show you some stuff that I remember. So I was thinking about this, is that I didn't really dive into the multiplayer map, but yeah, so there's that angle back behind where you can zip onto, like here. So if you got into a situation where you're here and the guy on the roof is too strong for you to, you know, like you're too pinned down, you could like get an angle in there, and then also there's the secret passageways. Well, I think it lets out there, but yeah, you could zip over from behind. So not super common that you'd use it, but I think on the other side it has the similar. It has the same grappling point, so you're more likely to use it there. But yeah, this would be quite the way to enter the base, is ziplining up there, grabbing the body armor, and then either jumping across. Anything that was like a little bit risky, my brother tended not to do and not to expect, so he would be watching the door usually. But I could surprise him by being in the sky rail and like, you know.
Right. What a fun game.
Yeah.
And David says that he's seen all of the James Bond movies. I'm curious, which is your favorite, David?
Oh, interesting.
Do your own little list of your favorite James Bond movies. Adam was saying once we've watched them all, we should do like a tier list.
It's crazy that this is the spot that they put the good guy fixed gun emplacement. Oh, it's guided in this map? What? How dirty. This is fucked up. How is a little brother supposed to do anything about this? Although my brother never used these things. He hated them. Oh, yeah, you could like go on the roof of this thing too. But oh, you know what? Wait. Let's take the sky rail over to the other side. There's also, I think, a grappling hook point in the back of this building. What a crazy gadget, just a straight up like Razor flip phone. I mean, it's not actually. They probably could have gotten more money by doing that. Yeah, you could grapple up over there.
And David says there are 3 Sean Connerys, then a bunch of forgettable ones until Live or Let Die.
Live or Let Die. I don't remember Live or Let Die. I mean, I've heard the name, but I can't remember. Yeah, the Sean Connery ones aren't bad. Because we watched Goldfinger. I actually don't really like Goldfinger that much. I mean, it's fine. Obviously, it's not bad.
Yeah, I thought
but
it was still plenty enjoyable, but it is like the ending is like pretty silly with like the evil plan and everything, and it is surprising how much James Bond actually like fails in that movie, because everybody thinks that he's like super cool guy,
does everything right. Not that he never fails in any James Bond movies, but he does. He seems to fail a lot more in that particular one.
Yeah, right? Got totally shit on over there.
All that being said, the "I expect you to die" scene was pretty good, so we got that.
Yeah, his delivery is nice too. It's better than I remember it being.
I expect you to die. Yeah, it's very good.
Oh my god.
David says, literally outside of the Jaws ones, and Sean Connery and Live or Let Die, the villains are forgettable, as are the stakes. Gabe says, From Russia with Love is my favorite so far.
Okay, From Russia with Love was... That's where it starts with the skiing, and then Bond kills the Russian agent on skis, and then it cuts to like sexy Russian agent who's like in love with the guy who died, and then they're like breaking the news, and she's like, "No, I must get revenge," and then she gets dicked down instead. But but yeah, so the good guy base I just knew so much better. I don't know why. The castle. Oh, there's a. Can you get? No, you couldn't grapple in the tower, could you? You could certainly fly missiles into the tower. I did that plenty. Is there really no grappling point to go up? That seems weird, doesn't it? To go up the clock tower? Feels like there should be. It always felt very cool to snipe from here, but it was always like a inferior option to just standing on the roof. But it felt like the cool thing to do to be sniping from the clock tower.
Adam, did you ever say what your favorite was?
Oh,
The one with Jaws?
yeah, I don't know. I think he was really cool, but the movie itself wasn't like super awesome. There's a... No, I can't decide. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. I think maybe my favorite so far might be The World Is Not Enough. I don't know if that's because that's just like the most exciting one that I've seen so far.
Here's my question. How bad were the movies... Were the Bond movies that were coming out around Goldfinger for Goldfinger to be like a timeless classic? You know what I mean? Like, that movie kind of sucks. Like,
I didn't think it was bad, but...
I don't really mean that it sucks, but it's like,
there are like a couple of weird cuts that they like obviously messed up, where he's like teleporting around the room basically because they just cut it weird.
Yeah, but I just, man, there's jaggies like everywhere.
Like I said, like the villain obviously, his idea of just gassing everybody to sleep is very silly.
Yeah, that was so goofy.
It's like, outdoors you're gonna gas people to sleep?
Like, what would the dose have to be for that to work?
And they show like very tiny canisters that are crop dusting everybody too. It's like,
I told you guys the story about the whole crop dusting thing, right? Isn't this like a sin, by the way? Like, how is this like scene not fixed?
I know.
It's like the most popular multiplayer map, and it's got this like ridiculous shoddy work over here. Yeah, I'm trying to think like how you got into this base, and I don't know that I did very much. I mean, there was like capture the flag, but I think most of the time I was playing this. Oh right, you could skip to the roof. That's why I don't remember the inside. You'd always do that. Yeah. And there's no balcony here, I guess.
David Myers says you have to realize 007 was known as a stunt movie for the longest time. They tried their hardest to capture everything in camera, so it's a lot of dangerous stunts, and then they have to one-up the previous movie.
Oh, that's so silly. Yeah. No, anyway. That's this map. There's the tunnels on the side, but I don't know. They rarely did you use those. Those were like a real, surprise. But you could screen look, right? So people just see what you're doing. And then the only other map I can't even like show you because it won't let me. But this map was very interesting, but I didn't play it very much because it'd be easier to play with my brother against a million bots than it would be to play against my brother. Because also, he's big brother, so the more times you beat him, the less he wants to play, right? So you get more games if you're playing against bots. Because that was more...
Right.
He didn't like to...
The bots won't have their feelings hurt.
This is... So, what movie is Atlantis in? That's the one that has Jaws in it, but I can't remember... This map sucked, by the way. We never played this map. Yeah, okay, so I don't fucking remember this thing at all. This is from the Jaws movie, right? This isn't from Octopussy. Octopussy was like a fever dream. I can't even remember what the fuck was going on in Octopussy. They had like gypsies and hot air balloons and shit. Like I don't know what the fuck was going on in Octopussy. Man, what a fish. This is the guy, I think, right?
Free comment saying, you ever see the skit about anime characters that fight with poison, and in the end the punchline is that he poisoned the sun and everyone on Earth died? I've never seen that, but that is pretty funny.
By the way, I have to say, the only map we played was like this one. I can vaguely remember this one. Why I can remember this one clearly, so we played this one. I vaguely can remember Fort Knox from good old Goldfinger, but I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, okay. I mean, this is what it looked like in GoldenEye Rogue Agent, my second favorite James Bond game. What a weird game too. The music is really triumphant here. Yeah, what a soundtrack.
Yeah.
God.
It's a very excellent remix.
Yeah, I don't remember ever knowing where I was going here. What a weird map. I do remember... I'm trying to think now. They have no map in space. That's weird. I remember Ravine clearly, but it was pretty rare that I got a chance to play Ravine. Missile Silos, I can remember that one. Atlantis happened. I played on Atlantis, but what? And I can remember Snowblind, I think. Let me just look around and see if I'm out of my mind. I think I played this with like bots, but I don't know if I played this that much in like actual multiplayer. Oh my god.
Good day, Dominique.
Got her. All skill.
It says Goldfinger produced in the UK is why everyone thinks that Fort Knox looks like that inside. That's very funny.
Yeah, Fort Knox is such a sore subject. It seems like they stole, like the U.S. government has stolen all the gold, and they won't let anyone in to look and see that gold is in there. And it's like, oh god, guys, what did you do with the gold?
I mean, knowing what the U.S. has done with taxpayer money for years, it kind of makes sense that they would, of course they would steal the gold.
Yeah.
They've been stealing our money.
Okay, yeah, I think I vaguely remember this play. This is about the same as it was in single player, right? Oh my god. Insane lady. This is where you start, right? In, this doesn't open, I assume, yeah. No chance. I'm out of here. Hold on, get on the helicopter and leave. Later, loser. Violence is not the answer. Alright. Okay. Play without saving? Of course not. I guess
So you thinking the next movie we should watch is Thunderball?
I've heard Thunderball is bad, but
Really?
oh yeah, so this is like the deepest, greatest sin of this game is it's deep descent, and then this is also a driving mission that goes into a flying mission, and then it's a stealth mission. they fuck up the end of this game so hard. Like Phoenix Fire, great high octane action, submarine mission. So here we go, going in the submarine, boys. Yeah. You guys can see the cutscene nice and clear? That's the picture's coming through?
Beautiful.
Alright, what's she saying?
Unofficial visit will reveal more. Agent McCall will provide backup.
The Vanquish should provide the most discreet approach to Drake's Island. Agent McCall, if you please.
We're driving there?
Precisely.
Okay, so I could see what happened there. There was a car driving off a thing into the water.
Everything is under control.
So the Aston Martin turns into a submarine.
Nice.
To infiltrate Drake's Island undetected.
Yeah. Okay,
That's cool,
and
though.
if you try to use the joystick to look around, it will simply do that. Isn't that useful?
Mm.
If you ever want to just...
I guess if something's chasing you,
Okay.
press a button. Yeah, here we go.
Okay, so the shoot button is drive. Oh, what's behind me?
Wrong way, 007.
Excuse me.
Attention.
Oh, sass.
Fucking... You believe this bitch?
Back in the day where video games used to sass you.
Ba-na-ba-na. It's a stealth driving mission?
We should get out of the main channel.
Gabe says Thunderball is okay, though there's a fight scene that I thought was lame.
There's so many... Sean Connery's not a stuntman. At least he's not like a good martial artist, dude, you know? Like, him fighting
well,
Odd
he's
Job
not
is...
doing anything groundbreaking. in
Sever
this
their
fight scene.
communications network, 007. That will allow you to engage the enemy without raising a general alarm.
I can go into a vent with a car? Alright.
Your remote torpedoes aren't as powerful, 007, but they'll allow you to eliminate hard-to-reach targets. Really, 007? Just once, I'd like to get a vehicle back in one piece. Careful, 007.
Aww,
Fucking
he
bitch.
got bladed.
007, you need to infiltrate Drake's Island undetected.
Where did that tradition of punishing people for their like hitting restart come from? Because I thought it was there's certain games where like if you die and then you hit replay, it counts as you like it takes away from your score.
Really?
But if you quit out of the whole mission and then start over, it doesn't.
Don't let them spot us.
I don't really know how that. Yeah.
So remote torpedo. Oh, okay.
Your remote torpedoes aren't as powerful, 007, but they'll allow you to eliminate hard-to-reach targets.
So I assume what they mean.
That'll keep him from radioing ahead.
Oh, okay. So I don't have to drive over there. I can just do that. If you had a car like this that could just like go in the water,
That would be pretty cool.
would you? But would you ever use it? Because it can't be
I mean,
legal to
you'd-
just.
You'd never have to take the ferry.
That's true.
Avoid those
Just drive your car in there, save $50 or whatever it cost us last time.
Oh my god, it was like fucking $1 million goddamn dollars.
It was so much money.
Yeah, Jesus. No, legitimately, it was like 100 and something bucks, right?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh my god. Okay, so they're telling me to shoot some on the other side? Bitch.
Okay. A little bit tricky.
Oh, am I supposed to be steering it? No. Oh, I am. Jesus.
Ooh, that was neat.
That's crazy, dude. God, it's so slippery.
Nice.
But yeah, the guy reviewing this game.
Keep your distance, James. Those mines look nasty.
Okay. Look.
Hey, Yara, honey,
What?
welcome to chat.
Ah!
We're playing James Bond,
Ah!
NIGHTFIRE.
Ah! Ah!
James!
They were clicking at me. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Drake's Island.
What the fuck is this mission?
Point and stay clear of patrols.
Shut up about the patrols. Let me out of this mission. Let me out. Just kill me. Ah!
Really, 007, just once, I'd like to get a vehicle.
Oh my god.
007.
I remember why I hated this mission so much.
Look for an entry point and
At first I was like, oh, this is kind of novel. I can sneak around in the submarine. Oh my god, people who like driving missions. They're insane.
You're doing good.
I mean,
Don't worry.
you know, I get...
That was one thing that I thought was kind of weird about The World Is Not Enough, is that he, like, doesn't use the car that much. There's, like, one scene where he shoots something out of the car and then the car immediately gets destroyed, and that's it.
Yeah, it was like...
Aren't as powerful, 007, but
Yeah.
It's like they brought your attention to the cool car, but then they did nothing with it.
Oh god, I'm going faster and faster. What the fuck? Okay.
Like, opens up with a boat chase scene instead of a car chase scene.
That'll keep him from
Subverted my
radioing ahead.
expectations.
I like how like Q is all he's got this like big attitude where he's like, you know, the spinning blades will cut your car if you hit them. It's like, are you insane, dude? While I'm trying to concentrate, you telling me this shit?
Well, Arlington was saying, what a surprise, I was just watching the last stream, was on the nanomachines part. From what I remember, the senator points out that he does work out, does indulge masculinity while expressing annoyance of soy boys infiltrating government-making decisions, when they themselves are making wrong ones. That the nanomachines are just to level out the playing field when fighting a cyborg.
Cool. So what's the deal with this? Oh, so if I didn't use the remote torpedo, then this is what I would do. Okay. I'll have to turn around in the cul-de-sac. So I guess the idea is that like missiles would
Oh, careful the mines. Yeah, good instinct.
okay.
Get a nice save.
Better keep
unit.
your distance, James. Those mines look nasty.
So yeah, they're like clicking at me.
Yeah, when it's getting closer to you.
But it's like
It
so
starts
distracting.
moving fast.
It's like
Better keep your distance, James.
Yeah, I don't like
Those
that
mines
type of
look
stuff
nasty.
that like makes you have anxiety while playing a game.
because the question is like, are they coming towards me? Is the clicking indicating anything, or is the clicking just trying to be like,
It gets
uh-oh?
faster when it's closer to you, but that's like about it. What? Man, instant death too.
Better
They
keep your
couldn't at
distance,
least give
James.
you two
Those mines
hits.
look nasty.
So I don't have to worry about hitting the sides, I just have to worry about not hitting the mines.
Or it says, to think James Bond was almost in Smash Bros. 64 since GoldenEye was in.
Better keep your
Just
distance,
ended
James.
64
Those
state
mines
one.
look nasty.
Was he just not included because of the guns?
Well, there's other characters that have guns in that game. Although, granted, I guess ray guns are different.
Yeah. I don't know
Man,
that.
he would have so many cool gadgets in a Smash game, I'm sure.
Yeah, got the.
Oh, do you want to drop another save?
Good,
Never have to do that again.
good call. What
He was not included because of the licensing fee. The fee is what drove them away? Big money-making Nintendo?
I have to avoid the fucking tiny ass lasers. Okay.
Gabe says, think there was a perfect dark nod in Melee.
Alright. Perfect dark. Okay.
Doing good.
Let's go ahead and keep that one.
Our worst fears are confirmed. Drake's been stockpiling nuclear missiles, not disarming them.
007, you must find a way to disable that arsenal.
I think it's insane.
Charge online.
Insane that they were like Q charge online. What do you want? Q charge on. Oh. Why would I set the timer?
Gabe was just saying Perfect Dark was the N64 FPS that was made by the same team that made GoldenEye.
I know. But I just don't know what nod was in Smash. Okay. Got that audio.
James, hurry!
Hurry and do what, bitch?
Do you have more charges to come?
We should follow that sub, James. It might be our only way into the base.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, fuck. Oh, good. I missed.
The music is so good.
Drive behind.
No!
You fucking whore. Oh, my God. Everyone,
Exploded. I don't know.
You have failed to infiltrate Drake's
okay,
base,
now is that gonna start the
007.
entire
Now we may never be
mission?
able to stop them.
Shut the fuck up, bitch! Oh my God.
007,
That's
Okay.
insane.
You're gonna
Okay,
have to pull up that save.
that's
They
actually
wanted
insane.
kids to play this game forever.
Our worst fears.
Yeah.
Cube charge online.
That's not a hit?
Gabe just says the cloaking device from Perfect Dark is a usable item in Melee.
Oh. Yeah, you know. Oopsies. I guess, you know, people did ask where that came from. But I was just thinking like, well, it comes from like everything. So that's no big deal.
007, now get out of there.
No, David Myers was saying when it comes to actors playing 007, they make the actors sign contracts so they won't appear in films wearing tuxedos.
Oh, interesting.
That's pretty fun.
Reactor 007, just what I'd like to know. Careful 007, that V12 battery is very expensive.
James, hurry!
I don't even really think of James Bond as always wearing a tuxedo. Just like any kind of suit really feels like a James
Might be
Bond
along
thing.
the way into the base.
Just nice clothes in general.
Yeah, I mean, there's typically a scene where he's in a tuxedo, but then he's in a normal suit the rest of the time. Like, there just tends to be that scene where it's like, you know, he's going someplace fancy. In Goldfinger, I guess it didn't really happen. The fancy place was the hotel where he's, like, in shorts and stuff.
Sure.
But, like, remember in The World's Not Enough, in, like, Nikolai, or, sorry, what was his name? Valentine's Casino?
Yeah, I guess.
He's-
I can see
yeah.
that when he's dressed up.
Yeah. So there's, like, oh, okay.
It would be nice if they had a reverse button.
Stay close to him, James.
Shut the fuck up. Where the fuck am I going? Am I going that way or this way? This way maybe?
I think they'll tell you if you're going the wrong way, so there's that.
Oh, there's a
Oh,
mine.
it's closing. No!
Warning, hull integrity.
Way into the base.
Okay.
They should have like a boost button.
Okay, so I've previously been like, oh, I don't know, should I let my kids, you know, because they're going to be playing these kinds of games on emulator. Should I let them use save states? And this game has helped me decide, yes. Yes, they should use save states. Because there's, you know, there is such a thing as, like, you should work hard for, you know, to achieve stuff, and you should know, you should grow the muscle of, like, you know, you just kind of have to grit your teeth and get it done. At the same time, though, you should kind of value your time and recognize that playing a video game is not the most optimal use for that time. So if you're going to take a little shortcut, you know, make sure it's not putting you into, like, the habit of being a lazy piece of shit, but, like, at the same time, like, this mission is fucking... You have to start the whole thing over if you,
I gotta say though, this mission is very cool to watch, even though you're miserable.
Okay, let me make sure I don't have to do any of that again. Yeah, it looks cool, but... Can I kill you?
I think you have to wait for the new objective.
No, I did have to wait for the new objective.
Hey Oscar 420, welcome to chat. Alright, Honeydew has a funny comment. It says, just a reminder that Jimmy Neutron made a better James Bond movie with the Jet Fusion special than a studio made with Daniel Craig.
Very true. Very true. I don't know how safe it is to, like...
Feels like we were robbed of Henry Cavill playing Bond.
He would have actually tried.
Yeah, you know, I think Henry Cavill would have made an interesting James Bond. He's very buff.
By the way,
right?
this is so goofy. What? It's... Alright.
Can't allow Drake to keep nuclear subs. You must find a way to destroy them. Cube charge online.
Okay. Two subs remaining. Holy Jesus. Okay.
And hello, Quack to the sequel. Welcome to chat.
James, that's
Hey, it's Double Axel.
to the beach.
On the Rumble chat. Destroy the enemy attack sub. Get the fucking... Oh my god. Where's the other sub? What attack sub? Someone attacking me with a sub?
Yeah, right now we're playing 007 Nightfire.
So much for the armor. What the f...
Didn't help me that much, huh?
God, alright. Give me the shit.
I do think this is like a very cool looking mission, very
Yeah.
neat idea. I
It-
think that it's just the jank of the old school controllers that's kind of the issue here.
Did that not set the fucking remote mine? Just start the whole fucking thing over. It's because the frame rate is too low, so I was pressing it. I was like spamming the button, but because it was lagging, I just happened to press during a lag and it just wouldn't do it.
Ara says, with Chatham at the wheel, this technically makes Dan Phantom Bond girl.
James, that sub is
Hey.
blocking our access to the beach.
So yeah, like Bond movies I like. World's Not Enough was good. GoldenEye was good.
Damn. This is hard.
So like the armor doesn't do anything?
It probably gives you 2 hits instead of 1.
Well, I got hit once.
Oh, I thought you got hit twice.
Nope. They might not have just. They might have just not coded it to work with the submarine.
Maybe.
I mean, it obviously it doesn't make any sense. So
Online.
The armor sounds like someone screaming. That might just be us.
it's one torpedo is all it takes.
We can't allow Drake to keep
Okay, so
nuclear
so it does
subs.
take damage.
Find a
I
way to
rammed the
destroy
wall
them.
and it hurt it.
Cube charge online.
Oscar 420 says, I gotta get back into gaming. Watching way too much world issues on
James, that
YouTube.
sub is
I
blocking
need
our
the
access to the
escapism
beach.
relief, a bit of same as many.
You know, you should like if you want to watch some like YouTube slop. There's some guy who did like a turbo autistic review of. Yeah, it's just one torpedo is all it takes. Someone did a turbo autistic review of
We can't allow Drake to keep nuclear subs.
NIGHTFIRE, and
Find a way
it was
to
pretty
destroy them.
fun to go
Cube
down memory
charge
lane.
Online.
James, that sub is blocking our access to the beach.
Okay.
And Quack was asking, have you guys ever played Ninja Gaiden Black? I personally have not.
Okay.
guys saw the Spider-Man movies, did you do the theatrical or director cuts? Because I know Spider-Man 2 has an extended cut, and Spider-Man 3 got an editor's cut that aims to fix things. I don't know what version I saw. It was just whatever was uploaded onto the website. It didn't really specify, but what problems did they? What did they like change in the new cuts?
We can't allow Drake to keep nuclear subs. You must find a way to destroy them. Cube charge online.
Quack was also saying, "Oh geez, I donate for you guys to play it."
Yeah, I mean, we don't, I guess we don't really have, although I guess you have, like, donations on your channel.
Wow, yeah. But like, I don't know, Ninja Gaiden, that's like a whole, is that a whole series? I'm not super familiar with it, but I know people like it.
Yeah. We've played games that people have gifted before, if you want to do that. It took us a while.
Devil May Cry.
It took us a while to actually get to them, but we did it eventually. Like Devil May Cry we got gifted a long time ago.
Yeah. We'll probably play more, probably start streaming Devil May Cry 3 at some point, because I was advised to skip 2. Let's see, R says they added more evil Venom scenes, and they changed it so Harry chooses to help in the final fight instead of the butler telling him about Norman.
How does he
I
not?
mean, like, Harry chooses to help in the final fight in the original version.
How does he not realize that his dad was the Green Goblin after he finds the Green Goblin stuff in his closet? Like, is
Well, no. The difference is he knows that he's the Green Goblin, but
he just thinks Spider-Man killed him for
he
no
thinks
reason?
Spider-Man killed him. But when in actuality, it was like, oh, it was the blade of his own glider. That changes it, apparently. Not really, though. It doesn't really change anything.
So this cutscene is them driving onto the beach and then getting out of the car, and then they have the car like go back into the ocean.
Yeah. I think it is better if Harry reaches some other conclusion as to why he should help Peter, you know, like them being friends or something. Rather than like, oh, he probably maybe didn't kill my dad on purpose.
Yes, please. Never make me play this mission again.
Butler shows up and says his dad was evil. Well, he doesn't really explicitly say his dad was evil, but, you know, just says, you know, like, hey, Green Goblin stuff, that was no good, huh?
So this cutscene is them stealing a car from the Phoenix guys.
It's kind of funny that butler only, like, kind of exists in the third movie.
So, is it a choice? Which way should I go?
Wherever you want, man. It's one of those games. Freedom of choice, wow! Quack was saying, so Ninja Gaiden is getting a little boost right now, but it's a series. You can you can jump right into Ninja Gaiden Black, though. No need for the entire thing to be played. I want to see you guys play it because it's pretty freaking hard. It will provide entertainment and it shall please me.
So this is something that the review I was watching of this game called an Easter egg. But I just did this as a kid. Because I'm in the evil guy's car, so I was like, oh, okay. So, what's that there? Oh, missiles, okay. So, like, I just thought you could just pretend to be a bad guy, and I thought that was, like, obvious, but he was like, it's an Easter egg. It's like, I don't know, this seems like a normal way to do the mission. Like, you're in disguise, right?
I love that they give you all kinds of different pathways for these things.
Downloading access code. Code downloaded.
Yep. And then you can't leave sneaky. So like when you leave, they'll be like, "Oh no, he's a bad guy." But I just assumed that was because, well, you showed up at work. You can't just go home, right? Like it all made as a kid, it made total sense to me. But
No, I guess that's right.
no, what happened?
Did we get a crash?
Oh,
Oh, well, we got a different kind of crash.
oh man, hear that choppy.
Oh yeah, we're emulating this game, so it's a little complicated.
James, they're on us.
Sorry, I'm in another dimension, Alora.
Oh, this is cool, man. 10 out of 10 driving sections are the best.
I do like this car. This is like my favorite of the cars you can get. Is that car destroyed or handles really well?
Oh no!
Access code.
You need the access
Code
code.
accepted.
Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh boy. What up?
David Myers was saying, in the evil guy's car reminds me when I was in middle school. I remember jumping into an unmarked van with a buddy to go to his friend's TV repair shop. If he had been one, we would have been done for. Instead, I grew to love fixing things. Aw.
Been one what?
Bad guy, I guess.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Did he have missiles in his car?
That would have been a red flag for sure.
Transmitting.
Oh, how long do you think this lag is gonna last? I kind of want to get a drink.
Access code.
Oop. Nope.
Code accepted.
Let me, man. I wish they had, done more stuff with, like, Bond type settings that weren't, like, awful.
Oh yeah, I mean there's so much you can do with it.
I love the coolness that they show, like the kind of the allure of the upper society, like rich guys at parties and stuff. There's something very
very classy.
and like I understand that people have like a great deep hatred for people with money, but if you don't Did I see a secret passage? Nah.
In this game, it wouldn't surprise me.
I'd never heard this before, but in that review, the guy was like, "Oh yeah, you can go into this ancient temple," and I was like, "What?" I'm not sure if I remember doing that as a kid. I played this mission a couple times, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't my favorite, right? The machine gun is much cooler than the missiles, I think. Oh, armor. Give me that.
Ring, ring.
We bugged? Oh. Oh my god, the brakes are horrible on this car. Did you see how long it took to brake?
Well, to be fair, it is a pretty destroyed car right now.
I already had full on.
Oh yeah, in reference to you talking about how people, like, hate the rich, Aura was saying, oh, tell me about it, even the people writing Batman books always vent their frustration on the 1% through him. In the latest storylines, they removed the money.
It's so gay. Like, if being rich doesn't result in anything positive, what motivation do you have to ever be successful in life? Like, I understand people's, like, resentment for people that, like, haven't earned their money through something, like, tangible.
I mean, like, that's a whole other thing. If you're going to talk about people who actually don't deserve the money, but, you know, like, scammers. Scammers don't deserve the money that they get, they're just stealing it.
Yeah.
But, like, someone who has, like, worked hard to get it, of course they deserve the money, you know? It's just envy to be like, oh, but they have stuff that I don't have.
So, let me see if maybe something happened. And personally, I have the most... Personally, I have the most admiration for people that sort of, oh god.
Not that far back.
For people, I have more admiration for people who sort of fill a niche, and that's how they got wealthy through some, like, specific skill that they had. And like, not... Oh wow, the old heat-seeking bug. You see it in Half-Life. And not people who build themselves up to being, like, super turbo ultra wealthy. But people who get, like, pretty wealthy on, like, a niche skill and then use that to just live... Yeah, like, live, like well, like, get a big house, I don't know, like, if they're... If they're, like, a farmer or something, I find that kind of impressive if they get some big, like, I don't know what you call it, like McMansion farm or something. Like, Not like some gigantic McMansion farm that they've... Because at some point, if you're building up so much money, you're kind of just obsessed with money. Like, the guy who was, like, knowledge or whatever, when he talks about his growth to becoming, like, rich and stuff, it doesn't seem like he has any real, like, reason to want the money. Like, he just is obsessed with getting money. He doesn't have a wife or kids or anything he wants to grow with the money. He just talks about how he can make money into more money, and it's just some kind of autistic, like...
Right, yeah.
And it's like... It's not like he has some aspiration of making, like, a game development company or an anime studio and making his, like, ultimate game or ultimate anime or, like...
Wants to be more richest.
Or like, yeah, or like reinvigorating the West. Like, I don't know, like doing a new adaptation of Lord of the Rings in CG and like make all the fight scenes super cool. He doesn't like have anything he wants to do with the money. He just wants it.
Right. That's not good for anyone's mental health, of course.
And you see some of these like financial channels and stuff where they'll be like, oh, but if you own a house, it won't be as efficient as leasing it. And, like, you're probably going to want to move at some point. It's like, who are these people who, like, don't want, like, I don't know, like, don't you want to, like, have something permanent that, like, not just, like, this...
Don't you want to be happy?
Like, I would want this... I would want something like tangible that you're then like passing on to your kids or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
like create an imprint on the world before you die.
Like say for example you have like a water purification plant or something and you're like, I'm gonna give pure water to Idaho and then my kids are gonna do that and it's my legacy. I'm going to build the safest elevators in the world, and no one's going to die in elevators anymore. My name is Otis, by the way, and, yeah, I did it. Like, wow, cutscene that works. Okay. This is a rail shooter? I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, fuck that bridge.
Bring it down.
Could it be any further down?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, pretty shot. Oh, I didn't realize. I was like thinking, I was still in the mode of like, I gotta use the gadget there. What the fuck?
This game genuinely has a lot of unique levels.
What is happening?
You go underwater, you're driving, you're in the air, and
Yeah.
sometimes you're just walking around and sneaking.
All the driving missions, by the way, were done by a separate developer.
Right. Apparently that was just a common thing to do.
So it's okay with you if I'm a multi-millionaire, I open an indie game studio? You're right. But that's like,
Please
doesn't
do that.
that seem like an awesome thing to do with your money? Or become Batman? That's an option. But like,
Yeah.
but it's like this money without an aspiration is kind of
It's kind of pointless.
it's kind of pointless. And then it's also like, you know, to be fair, there's plenty of people with money without an aspiration for anything but money. And I'd much rather them to like George Soros, who's like literally ruining the whole
Well,
goddamn
his
planet.
aspiration is communism.
His aspiration is destroying the West.
Real life supervillains be like,
It's so weird. He wanted to get rid of Latin. Like he paid a lot of money to stop schools from teaching kids Latin.
yeah, and there's a lot of schools that don't teach
Yeah, he was behind that, and then he was like, oh, we should have a language that is universal between all these countries. He's like, well, that was Latin.
That was Latin.
And then he got rid of it, and then he was like, oh, we got to invent a new language that'll be, like, universal between these languages. And that's where, like, Esperanto comes from. And I remember my brother at one point was like, oh, we should all be speaking Esperanto. And I was like, what the fuck is that? It's like, oh, it's a language that, like, no country speaks. It's like, then why should we be speaking it? What are you talking about? And I was like, oh, but it's, like, more efficient than, like, they made it better. And, like,
Man, that's really pathetic.
yeah.
To be like, no, it has to be my language.
That is some real, like, insecure supervillain shit, right?
If anything made in medieval times is bad, I'm gonna make it better.
They were beating their wives, I swear. I have no historical evidence, but in the 50s it was so bad. Everybody's gay. Okay, this is so bad. I mean, like, how far back can I go? Like, without just, like, ending the universe. What is this? Is this before the... Is this where I have to hit the radio thing? And then cross the bridge? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. We're gonna be nice and careful about this one, and we're gonna save all our health. Okay, come on. So much for that. Is there a way of doing this where I don't just get fucking obliterated?
Oscar Figwin says there is more to human existence than material gain. Money only counts if it's utilized for something helpful or beneficial. Legacy, apart from the savings from financial security in tough times or splurge.
Yeah.
Yep. And you know, to help benefit humanity, because that is like kind of all of our goal at the heart of our instincts.
And then also, like, when there's these, like, rich families that have had money forever, there is something, like, admirable about that. Like, so someone worked hard to provide for their kids, and it mattered. Like, it wasn't just like... It wasn't just like, oh, what a fucking mistake to care about your children. They'll just ruin all the money and they'll be spoiled. Like, oh, having money, it's actually... Oh, it's actually bad, you know? Like, oh, you shouldn't have money and provide for your children. In fact, fucking Christ.
Free Comment says, I'm going to hold you to that once I begin my secret plan to start a multi-million game dev studio.
Give me this fucking body armor.
Someday soon I will unveil my secret plan to start a super multi-million indie comic studio.
Christ. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, how do you turn? Like, what are the actual controls? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do to turn? Oh, X? Who the fuck would think that?
Yes, that's not my first pick.
So that's how you make a tight turn on this piece of shit? Yes. Okay, so you have to do that. Just... What a fucking nightmare. Like, you can't just kill the turret and then pick up the armor. it requires that you pick it up before you win. Okay. And then does that let me start the next section with any amount of health? Do I get to keep the armor?
Work so far, 007.
Okay, I do.
That bridge is Drake's primary access route across the island, 007. Bring it down. That bridge is Drake's primary access route across the
Why was I able to blow it up before?
I guess you just got lucky. I don't know.
That bridge is Drake's primary access route across the island, 007. Bring it down.
Did you hit like a missile button or something?
That bridge is Drake's primary access route across the island, 007. Bring it down.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. It's because it steers your aiming point. It's like because when she shifts the plane up or down, it turns you. But you have no idea like where she's supposed to be steering. I should be saving.
On the right. Up ahead, James.
I also find like people's sort of opinions over what is a real job to be very tiresome. Like Donut Operator was saying that people who make money like with content creation is not a real job.
I'm going to die.
And he's like, oh, I guess I can't talk, but I worked at a movie theater. It's like, okay. That's definitely a real job. Okay, sure. The thing that the kiosk does, alright.
I guess maybe I was thinking is because it's not consistent pay, it's not a quote unquote real job. But you
No,
can do
no,
the same
no.
of any like freelance or
Yeah, he was arguing that like there's these like spoiled social media people, and they're spoiled because they don't have to work hard, they just like exist and then people give them money. But you do have to.
I mean, there is some work involved. I think, like some people who are just obsessed with the internet, they don't realize that they're putting in actually a lot of work to get that because they're obsessed with the internet and they were already going to be putting in that work just for their own obsession.
Yeah. And I think also Donut Operator, like, he's like the most interacted with and like one of the most active Twitter users, so he is like very terminally online.
Yeah.
He's like constantly getting the positive feedback from like
He does a lot of content, too. Like, he does the main channel, the streaming on Kick or whatever, and
It's kind of like, I don't know if anyone followed the situation with like Mudahar or whatever. There's some guy called Mudahar, and he does like just general reaction content, but he also like he likes computers, and he calls himself like a computer engineer.
Yeah, that's right. I'm an engineer.
And then he was like exposed recently because he's not an engineer. And I remember like he always tells people that I don't even know which one I'm loading. He was always telling people, "Oh, this isn't my real job." And like I remember he was on a stream like bullying like Boogie for faking cancer, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I was late. Like my job held me up." It's like, what? Yeah, he's like, "I literally just got home," and then he's like bullying Boogie. He's like, "Oh, like streaming isn't a job. Like you just turn it on and that's it. There's no work." And he's like bullying Boogie over doing content creation, but it's like, yeah, but that's what you do, man. Nobody believes that you're like a computer engineer full time and you just happen to like turn on your webcam and like make videos. It's so silly, but like, you know, but he's just like, it's like this weird self-hating thing where he's like, oh, like I'm better than these other people because I have a job that I pretend I have. And it's like,
Just this weird insecurity. Oscar420 says, Muda engineered a response to this issue recently.
yeah. And he was like, oh, like, I guess I'll just call myself a fat Indian who knows stuff about computers if you need me to denigrate myself. But it's like, no, the thing that's weird is that you show up late for things and say you were at work. And then you talk about your office jokes.
You say that you have an actual job, and you don't.
Like, he would talk about, like, things that his employees would say and how he manages his employees. You don't have employees, man. You're a schizo. What the fuck are you talking about, employees? That's what's weird. The thing that's weird is you saying...
Making up all these stories, and then, like, trying to use it to elevate your opinions by saying, as an engineer...
And, like, there's like, some news story where people have, like, crude jokes in the office, and he's like, I shut down any crude jokes in my office. I don't let any of my employees... It's like, you don't have an office! You don't have employees!
This is the most funny, schizophrenic fantasy that he's living.
And it's like, you showed up for the stream late because you're just a bum. Like, there's no excuse. You're not doing anything else. This is what you do. This is your job. You showed up late to your job. It's not because you were held up at your job. This is your job, and you just did a bad job.
Did a bad job at your job. Yeah.
Man, these guys have a lot of balls just, like, standing out there on a balcony with no cover. Okay, please let this be the end of the mission. I have literally... Oh, fuck. Inverted controls. Is this one? I guess that's the right one.
I'm going to die. Hold on.
And I feel like that, those are some, like, weird cases of people without... Those are some people with success that, like, are kind of shitty about people that are successful in the same way that they are. So it's kind of like a weird case. But I feel like a lot of the people who have that sort of issue, they're not successful at the job. Or they're not successful at the thing that they want to be successful at. And so then they say, oh, you should have a real job, or, like, you know, give up on the thing that you are passionate about and then be miserable like me. And like one of these guys came up to us at like a fair and he was like, oh yeah, I wrote this thing, and yeah, it's about this like wolf, and yeah, you know, I'm an author. I like wrote this book and I had this guy draw it, and it looks nightmarishly retarded, and yeah, and I made sure that there was undertones of like mixed race wolves, you know? It's like a kid's book about a wolf, but you know, like, you know, I wanted to make sure that was in there. Anyway, what's your real job? What? He's like, he's like, because you're not making money at this. And it's like, well, I'm not making money from you because you're a fucking retard who's like, yeah, I'm big stuff. I wrote a children's book no one's ever read. Yeah, that's me. I'm big stuff. I've written some bullshit that no one likes.
Yeah, that was me. I did that.
Is it possible to fucking shoot this thing down? Because I would just... I would just love to not be shot in the back for like 10 minutes by this thing. Yeah, it's like this dude is like a terrible writer, terrible at like growing his business, and then he's like, but like you must have a real job because I failed at this, so you must surely be failing at this. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
Oscar says, no imagination wasted. Who needs to judge others not in the same shitty deal as them to feel better about being in that situation?
Yeah. And like, oh, I should have done that. tell the audio designers just to make their game run like shit, and then that'll
It's like when you're in a moving car and you roll down the window just right and you get that.
yeah. God, the amount of health that they have on Agent is so high. Like, for how fucked up the aiming is, and maybe it's just the frame rate is fucking me up, but like, god damn. Die. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's like, people like that will be like, they'll pull out like their business card, and then their business card will say some like, retarded bullshit, not a real job, is like what's on it. It's always that. Like that guy at the fair, he pulled out some like retarded, not a real job. Like, he works for a town and he does a job that's just like not real. It's just it's just like some kind of like useless. He's not necessary, but they added a job for a person to do nothing, and so he does nothing. Oh my god. Anything for this fucking mission to be over. I hate this. This is so shitty. God damn it. Who likes this? This is fucking hell.
Or I think you were saying this Spawn villain is getting his money's worth on him. Definitely has a lot of guys flying around in jets.
Like, if I just die, will I restart with full health? And then I can actually beat this? Or do I have to restart the entire mission to be able to do this? Like, I just don't have enough missiles for this.
Also, welcome to Chat, Pharmacist.
Oh, welcome.
This is the reboot of Hello Kitty Island Adventure. You might not recognize it because of the graphical upgrade. Hello Kitty and her strawberry jam.
No, it just makes you replay with the... No goddamn health.
I'm going to...
For some reason, it's important that these boats die. No one knows why. Just have to. Please, destroy them. Please, just die. Die, 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 die. Die.
Yes. Woo. All right. Objective complete. The cutscene actually works. Woo!
Hang on, we're going down.
Thank God. Anything for death. Just kill me. Fucking nightmare of a level. 2 driving levels back to back. Kill yourself. Who does that?
Aw.
I'll hold them off, Allura. You find a way to disable
Are you out of your fucking mind? More of this goddamn mission?
Woo.
Is there stuff behind me I can't see? No. Main. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah. Ranger says Chad beats level and the game is like canonically undid. It's the worst when like you beat a hard boss in a game cutscene and he just wins. Anyway. Yes, Gen
Very James Bond, I guess. Oh my God.
I'll hold them off, Allura. You find a way to disable this contraption.
On the right side, it does look like this is supposed to be very close to the finale of this whole section. And you can get back to the good stuff. Our readers saying, so, Dragon Ball. Have the fan comics surpassed the manga in quality? I've never seen really many fan comics of Dragon Ball, other than like the meme stuff.
I'll place some charges at
Protect
the base of
Allura
the
as she
weapon,
completes the
but
mission.
You only have a short time to get out before the whole thing blows.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Woo! A bronze medal!
Bronze medal.
It's better than getting no medal.
Get me out of here. Yeah, save that. Never again am I gonna play these piece of shit missions. Oh my God. Fucking suck my dick. I do like the music though. That is nice.
It's very nice music, yeah.
I don't know if I want to play anymore. It's that
That looks like a command center, James.
piece of shit mission.
Well, one thing we know about Drake, nothing's as it seems on the surface.
Looks abandoned.
All the more reason to investigate.
No reception committee.
The system's active.
We need a comlink. See if you can patch in.
Why do I have the feeling we're about to split up again?
This shaft's drawing air, and I've a good idea why. Inform MI6 of our location. I'll be in touch, Allura.
Let me just sneakily pry this metal thing up. Is that a tactical thong?
That would be a really funny thing to like put some sort of gadget in the thong.
What would you what gadget would you put in a thong? I think like a bola. You like snap it off and throw it.
Well, you could do that with a regular thong, I guess.
Can you? I haven't snapped off many thongs and thrown them at people. Grappling hook?
Grappling looks good.
Garrote wire? I remember at my high school, you weren't allowed to wear a G-string in gym class because if you tripped, you just get sliced in half, I guess.
Was that the rumor going around?
They just said for safety, and then I was like, what do you mean? what's gonna happen? And they refused to elaborate, but that was my conclusion. Was
my
like,
God, that's so funny.
I remember that was the joke. It was
They
like,
must
well,
just get sliced in half.
yeah, but that was my joke. It's like, well, what's gonna happen to you? You just get, garroted in half. Who the fuck are you?
Oh yeah, tracking chip and darts. Kind of dangerous having darts in your thong.
I guess like tracking panties is a. Oh, there's like a guy, huh? Get shit on, fucking idiot. That's my favorite. One magazine. He's like.
To like pull up the string on your G-string higher up your hips to like get a better signal.
Oh, I feel like that was a thing where like hiking up the side straps was some kind of like activation of like powers and something.
In Keijo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She just gave herself a wedgie.
That might be what I'm thinking of. How did I not notice I was in the room with a guard that whole time?
Pharmacist asking, Adam, did you wear your G-string anyway? Were you a rebel?
Yeah, no, I remember like, who's gonna get in trouble for that? Like, how could that even be a policy? Because like, in order for that to be the case.
Right away, Miss Ashi.
I'm going to do a full sweep of this facility. Remain at your post and stay alert.
Understood, Miss Ashi.
James, I've hacked into the terminal and got access to
My
your internal
sneaky fragmentation
system.
grenade.
It's been locked out, but I can access
What a cool looking remote mine, by the way.
Nico is our only option. She's locked out all of the clearances. You'll need to find her and stay close.
Oh, I got the upgraded Wolfram. Oh, fucking goddammit. Different buttons for multiplayer. Okay, can't get them there. I don't know. I kind of want to stop.
Yeah, you think you're gonna call it a night?
Those driving missions have taken it all out of me. I'm like so.
But now you're not even doing a driving
I know,
mission.
but I'm just so like drained from those
It's the first
fucking driving
non-driving
missions.
mission.
Ugh. Anyway, yeah, it's like how could you enforce that kind of policy? I guess I'll drop in case I want to keep that progress, but there's no real point to. Okay. Anyway, like how would you enforce that policy? Well, there was this one girl was like. It was like a nothing day where you're just like walking around the track, and then there was this girl with like orange shorts, and then the gym teacher was like, this is an old lady, and she was like, that's my favorite color, and then she's like, oh, orange, and she's like, no, black, And I look at the shorts and I'm like, they're orange though. And then you can see through the shorts because like they're, and she's got a like a black G-string that you can see, like in the sun you can kind of see through like thin like fabric sometimes.
Right.
And so it's just like, doosh. And then the girl's like, oh no, like, she's like, it's against the dress code. Don't do it again. It's like,
Damn.
it's like, oh, but gym teacher, I always wear this. It's like I do wonder. I mean, I guess it is just like you're pole vaulting, and then it gets caught, and then you just sliced in half. Yeah. I mean, what injury could you be talking about? I mean, I guess it's that, right?
Yeah, I think they're just talking about like wardrobe malfunctioning and stuff.
Vivisected. No, specifically injury was what they were talking about. It was like, what exactly are we talking about? Because I would assume, I mean, I guess I would assume that the G-strings are typically just made out of standard fabric and not like high carbon steel. Like,
I would say so.
but I don't know. Anyway.
Anywho's it
Tactical G-strings.
Yeah.
Like doing Devil May Cry Mission 22 Flying Mundus, just bullshit. I mean, that mission I guess wasn't. It didn't seem like that. At least it's just this one thing, and he's just in front of you. Yeah. This was so annoying. Where like she's steering you, so then your turning speed is slower in certain directions based on where she's turning.
Also, like I think the only reason why Flying Mundus was so difficult is just because I didn't really have any direction of like what I was supposed to be doing. Once I like saw somebody else play it, like once I saw his video clip of him just like winning, I was like, oh, okay, so I kind of get what they want you to do.
A lot of games are like that, where if you've just like done it before. Yeah. That's so fucking weird that gym teacher sounds like she shouldn't be allowed within 100 feet of a school. It's a female gym teacher, it's an old lady, so can't be stopped. But I think if a male gym teacher noticed it, they wouldn't say anything, right?
Of course.
But
or they would probably mention it to like somebody else, like her mother.
Yeah. But it's also like, she's an adult, right? That would have been the girl that she was wrangling was a senior, so anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, to circle back to that point from before, people complaining about people not having like real jobs or whatever. Like sometimes people get very wealthy off of a job that's like not even a real job, and so it's like sort of the pursuit of money is kind of, it's not fulfilling in itself, and you can see it kind of ruin people when they get lots of money doing something that they don't find fulfilling, and then they just like get addicted to wasting the money on stuff. And like, oh, woe is me, they buy a bunch of speedboats for no reason. Like, oh, those poor, oh. But, there is something to be said that like if like Free Comet got an assload of money all of a sudden from like something that's not even like a real job, but is treated like a real job because it makes you tons of money, he would start a game development studio, and even if that was like a total like loss of money net, it would be a better investment than just buying a collection of speedboats, or ultralight planes with machine guns on them. Well, I guess with the machine guns on them was kind of cool, but fuck that level.
Yeah, I got you.
Because at least you'd be like making a game, something that like you can show to your kids and whatever. Like my grandfather, Pop-Up rather, he had a real job where he was the color checker guy for a magazine. He had a good sense of which color was, you know, he could tell the colors apart well, and he could match it very, very well. And he called himself a lithographer, and then I explained that job to a lithographer, and then he was like, "That's not a lithographer." So, yeah, I don't know. It was one of those jobs that like didn't really have a good name for it, so he just said he was a lithographer. He worked on some magazine that I can't remember the name of, but it was like a sort of stressful job, because like if the color's wrong and then the magazine gets printed, he's like, you're done. You're done for. You're gonna get kicked out the door. Like
they have a million other people in line willing to take your job.
no, not that. He was just like, they're gonna fire you even if they can't replace you. They'll be so mad. It's just like all the money that they lose. But yeah. But yeah, he made a bunch of money doing that or whatever. But then he also like painted 2 paintings. And as a kid, it's so like magical, the two paintings. One of them's on the wall, and the other one is on the wall at my like aunt's house. And he just took a random art class and did a painting. And it was like pretty decent. And like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's nice to keep it.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. It's just. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, and it's not like that he didn't do good with the money either. It wasn't like he spent it on nothing important. Like he raised his daughters, and he put his brother through school.
Yeah, he put new life into the world, and raised them to be good people, and spent the money to make sure they would be good people and add good things to the world.
But yeah, no, I don't know. If there's just these certain type of people that are like tortured by their daily lives, and then they show up at the table and they want to talk to you and be like, "Oh, you're an artist. That's so cool. I'm glad you're doing this. I don't read books. Let me buy a book." Or the same type of persons, also equally tortured, will come up to the table and be like, but what do you really do? You know, you're trapped like me, right? And it's like, kind of, not exactly. Like, I'm not Bruce Wayne, but like, it's not. And then they'll tell you about their shitty project and how retarded they are, and like how much money they wasted, and how they're in the hole, like tens of thousands of dollars because they got scammed by some kind of like retarded company that preys on people who want to pretend to be authors and stuff. And then they'll be like, they'll take it out on you, and it's like, well, it's not my fault that you wasted like $30,000 on your gay like racism wolf book that no one wanted literally anywhere. He's like, I was in some talks to get into the library, and it's like,
whoa,
wow, dude, very cool. Why don't you go be a vegan anti-racist over there, away from my table?
Yeah, the
or
library, the
buy
best
something.
place to make money.
He's like, yeah, and it's it's not about the money, but I was featured in the the magazine for some random ass town because I begged them, and I knew. He's like, just because I knew the editor. It's like, wow, you're so connected. That's real cool, dude.
Yeah.
How about you get the fuck out of here? Or someone showed me like, my friend. I know a guy who graduated from like the Kubrick school. And it's like, okay. And he's like, well, if you know anything about comics, it's a famous thing. It's like, okay, I just don't. And like the guy was like expecting me to be like really impressed. And he's one of these guys who's like he's not going to spend any money, and it's like, I know, but I just don't understand why you're telling me. Why are you here? And he's like, oh, I just thought it would be something interesting, if you wanted to know about, or you could maybe you could look him up. And then he tells me his name. It's like, I'm not looking at, I was like, yeah, I don't think it matters. It's just it's not important. Okay, it doesn't. I don't care. Like I don't care that you know a guy who went to a college that people go to. Like I don't like what.
Which fair was this?
It's just some like it was some random like town fair. I had them like
Right, yeah.
both at the same fair, by the way. It was like mind numbing. It's like, that's cool, man. Whatever.
It's like, yeah, if you want to know somebody who went to the Cupid show, it's like, dude, I know so many people who went to that school.
Yeah, it's like,
I mean, like, not to be rude, but you don't have more connections than I do.
yeah, I don't know. There's those people who are like, haha, well, one time I bothered someone at a table at another fair who went to the Kubrick school. It's like, that's cool, dude. It's really, that's nice. Go away. Like, it's like, okay. Nice, man.
Pharmacist says, at first I had sympathy for this failed author, then I heard gay, anti-racist wolf, and immediately lost said sympathy.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I made a children's book about, like, a wolf, you know, but a lot of it goes over the kids' heads, meaning kids read it and thought it was shitty, and then even children couldn't be entertained by your shitty wolf story with hauntingly terrible art. Like, he showed me, and it was like, wow, that looks ridiculously ugly. And then he's like, oh, and the wolf is like mixed race, you know, so I wanted to get that in there. And it's like, cool, dude. Beat it. Like, what?
What is this, Balto?
And he's like, you know,
rip off Balto or something.
he's like talking about like the money that he spent on the getting the book off the ground. He's like, oh, because, you know, I'm just like a philanthropist. I just wanted to like to do it, you know, put it out in the world. And it's like, well, it's not out in the world because no one wants it, no one likes it. You couldn't even get it in the library. So what do you want from me? You want me to be like, yeah, I'm a failure too? I'm not. I haven't fucked up this bad. I haven't dropped 20 grand on a book for no fucking reason. Like, it doesn't, you don't have to spend that kind of money. Like, sometimes you'll talk to people and they'll be perfectly nice, but they'll have gotten scammed, like, insanely bad. Like, there's, the Book Baby will straight up, like, charge you $2,000 minimum to format your book, and then they will charge you progressively after that to print copies of your book. Book Baby is ridiculously scammy. There are fake publishers who pretend for indie authors that they're a published author, and then they charge the published author, the quote-unquote published author, to print the books. Like, they don't give them an advance, they don't give them anything. It's just these guys who will call Book Baby and say, oh, I got a sucker, print this many books and give me this much of a kickback, right? And then we'll charge them to do the printing. And so hike it up about this much because they're this stupid. And then they, like, scam for all this money, and then, you know, they talk to you, and you're like, oh, are you published, or is it just self-published? And it's like, yeah, it's just self-published, man, but you're even less than just self-published. You fucked up so bad, it's insane.
You make even less money than me.
It's like you're dropping, like, 10 times as much money as me to get, like, 30% of the books. Like, it's insane how much those companies will charge just so that they can tell you, yeah, you're a real author, buddy. Yeah, no, definitely, you're a real author.
Yeah, right.
But yeah. So anyway, yeah, making money isn't everything, especially if you're gonna end up like one of those people. Claiming people don't have a real job while, like, intensely failing at everything that they do and somehow getting a paycheck because it's hard to fire you if you work for a town. Like, like he works for the town. It's like a town event. He goes over to the other people that work for the town, and they're immediately annoyed that he's there. And they're like, it's fine. Everything's okay. And he's like, oh, I just want to make sure you didn't... It's like, I want to make sure you didn't... Like, he said it in a way. It wasn't like, I just want to make sure you didn't need any help. He said it in some, like, condescending way, like, he's this big genius. And he'll take care of the things that they screw up, because they screw up all the time. And it's like...
Oh, thank God for you.
Yeah, it's like, thank God for this guy. It's like he walks around as, like, a plague all around to, like, everyone that he works with and strangers included. And it's like... Oh... And then he's like, oh, where'd you get your thing printed? I, like, say the company or whatever. He's like, yeah. I was like, what's your, like, cost per book? Or, like, where'd you get it printed or whatever? and it's like it's insane. Like it's like some bonker like it's like, oh yeah, I sold the books for $20 and I printed them for $17.89, and it's like, oh, well that's some kind of margin. And he's like, yeah, I don't, it's not about the money though. It's like, oh, okay, cool. It's just about wasting the money as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're spending the money on your own ego at that point.
If you were a New York Times bestseller, it would still be a catastrophic loss of money. Like, anyway.
That's brutal.
I mean, couldn't have happened to a more goddamn annoying person. But anyway.
Right.
Sorry. Just randomly like popped into my head because there's been a bunch of discussion about like real jobs and whatever, and like that guy Mudahar has this big shame about like just being a content creator, but it's like that's fine, dude. That's like, I don't know. It's fine. You don't, but the thing is like he's shitting on these people who do the same thing, and it's like,
yeah, he's trying to like shit on them and elevate himself.
That expose video is crazy that he didn't pull up that Boogie stream, because I thought that was the most insane thing I'd ever seen, and I didn't see the exposition, but I was like, man, I don't think this guy has a real job, and it would be insane for him to show up late, then throw it back at everyone else, tell them that they're lazy because they don't have a real job. Because he's a computer engineer.
Oh my god.
And then
it's so embarrassing.
and then like mock him is like, oh, look, I have a real job. I work 9 to 5 like a real man. It's like, you don't do that. That's not a thing you do.
You're lying.
You're just lying. Like you're insane. And then and then like in the expose video there's this long thing, so they're talking about his like inside jokes and stuff with his employees. It's like, you don't have employees.
So schizophrenic.
Like, you don't have.
So crazy.
Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, it was fun getting back to NIGHTFIRE.
Sorry that I got mad at the fucking flying section, but Jesus Christ, it sucks. Should have played this on like operative or something. Terrible.
Well, at least we're done with that section. So over the hill.
I worry that I sound like that when I'm talking about stuff I'm good at. This guy sounds like he's not even good at his job. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about being like that guy.
It takes a special kind to be that guy.
Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. If you're on Rumble, I'll go find someone to raid. But otherwise, have a fantastic night. And can't stay here, but you can go to the Discord. So come hang out and yeah.
Chill.